So there's a discussion that I ended up in on Facebook about versatility versus style in drawing. And it kind of exploded into this big overall question about whether or not, one, these two things are in conflict, and two, if they are, which one is better or superior, and if at all. And I thought I'd discuss it here and explore the idea. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years now, and there seems to be this cultural difference in artists who, for example, work in comics and illustration, some illustrators, and animators. The reason I bring this up is because I was watching this interview with J. Scott Campbell, which I absolutely love, and I will link to it below. And I highly recommend you watch it. But he brought up this idea because he brands himself. He's got a specific style, and he brands it. And one of the things that he recommended was that you as an artist do not focus on being versatile, but rather hone in on one particular style, one thing that you do, and that's it, in order to brand yourself, in order to make a living. This, as an animation artist, struck me as odd, or rather, it questioned the very philosophy of animation artists, because animation artists, culturally, what we strive for is versatility. We try to be as well-rounded as possible. Not necessarily, we have personal styles. We can't help have personal styles. Personal styles are like handwriting to artists, but we don't play that up in animation. Versatility is king, while in the comic book culture that J. Scott Campbell lives in the world that he lives in, style is king. The reason why this is because because the audience dictates what is important, and what I've noticed is that the audience gravitates to specific styles in artists, and so that's what attracts people. And if you deviate too much from your style, they tend to abandon you. They tend to go away from you. So style versus versatility. I'm just right now pointing out some of these aspects. I'm going to go, so let me clarify this. So I'm going to go positive and negative on both of these things. So I wrote it down here, that's why I'm looking down at my page here. But style, the positives, again, as J. Scott Campbell is rightfully pointing out, style makes you known for something. If you are the monster guy, you draw the monsters, and that's what you're known for. Or you're the good girl artist. You're drawn because you draw pretty girls, and people are drawn to that because that's what they could expect from you. That's your thing. That's your style. Your theme is what you're known for. Your style is the way you execute it. You're known for these things. And because of this, the next positive is it makes you money, because everybody knows what to expect from you, and that they follow you, and you give them more of what you are known for, right? Because as I said, the third thing being that audiences, the general public, they don't necessarily know anything about draftsmanship or good drawing or whatever. They are drawn to style, the superficial of what you produce. The negative aspect of this is if you if your style goes out of style, then you're out of luck. If your style is no longer appealing to a mass audience or a group of people, you're out of luck. You just kind of lost. Like studios won't hire you anymore because you're not popular, right? You may have a small audience that may gravitate to some of your stuff, but you may not have the big audience that would probably like companies wouldn't hire you for your style anymore because your style is out of style. It was something that happened back then but no longer is popular now. That would be a bad thing. Also, another bad thing would be you're a one-trick pony. That's all you could do. You could only do the one thing, and then if you have to try to do something else, you can't do it. You're stuck. You've never been you haven't honed your skills enough to get out of the only thing you can do. And I would see that as a horrible thing. And again, and because you're so busy honing that one style and that one look, you don't grow as an artist. And that's death for me. Like, you just don't get any better, and then you just kind of like stagnate. On the other hand, the positives of versatility, when you compare it to just having style, first of all, the positive is you become a better draftsman. You become a better artist as a whole. Like, you're good at the fundamentals. You practice the fundamentals. You become a better draftsman in overall. Which means that you can draw. The other next thing, positive thing, is that you can draw anything in any style. So the people that are honing that one style are known for that one style. You, as if you're a versatile artist, you can draw in that style if you want, and just adopt it, and then grab another style and adopt it, and draw another style and adopt it. You have multiple styles. You have a plethora of styles. You can hone into the one style for a little while and then just go and move to another style for you can do, in other words, you could do anything. You're a broad artist. You could work in the animation industry and be drawing SpongeBob one minute and drawing Little Mermaid the next. Basically, the sky's the limit to you. You can be drawing well, depending on what you practice. Also, you could be drawing comics or whatever it is that you need to do. Now, having said that, I mean, there's a lot of illustrators who are also that versatile. So it's not that there isn't any versatility within the illustration culture, but in comics they tend to be a little bit more style oriented. But let me continue with versatility. Because you're able to do anything in any style anytime you want, it makes you evergreen. It makes you an evergreen artist. You don't go out of style. You just adapt. The problem is, okay, so let's get into the negative stuff about versatility, and this is, I think, the heart of what J. Scott Campbell was talking about, and it's that you're not known for a specific expertise. You're not known for that one thing. You can't just be pigeonholed. You can't just be not pigeonholed, but you can't just be like, oh yeah, that's the guy that does that. Let's go after him. What ends up happening because of that, this goes into the next part, is that the public, or even your employer, if you're like DC or Marvel or an editor in any of those places, don't see that as an asset. They because you're not known for the one thing, they don't know what to do with you. They'd rather go to the guy that's already good at the one thing than to take a chance at your versatility. They're more likely not going to trust that you can pull off the style or design that they want. They just rather see they rather search for the person who's already doing it, and that's all they do. Um, so that's kind of the drawback. So what's the answer? What's better? Well, these drawbacks are kind of big. I'm, again, on the camp, I'm biased for versatility because that's the camp I'm in. On the other hand, I don't have a brand name. Can't say there's Luis Escobar style and that people know exactly what I do, how I do it, the way I do it. It's not like J. Scott Campbell who's already branded. He does his thing. Everybody knows who he is. He's got you know what you're getting when you see his name. You don't know what you're getting when you see mine. On the other hand, I've been working on The Simpsons for over 20 years. So the versatility has given me 20 years worth of work. I've done animation, I've done illustration, I've done comics, I've done a lot of different things over the years. I have, if you look at my DeviantArt page, or my artwork here, even at this blog, or if you're not on my blog, you can link to it in the links below. You can see that I do a lot of different things. But I also, again, not known in the same way that J. Scott Campbell is. So what's the answer? I don't know. I don't know the answer. But I could take a guess, and this is one of the conclusions that I've come up with. One of the things that that I thought might be the thing, or a thing. I don't think that J. Scott Campbell is wrong for obvious reasons. It's working for him, and it works. So I don't think that's the problem. I don't envy the idea, or I don't like the idea of being a one-trick pony, just being stuck doing the one thing over and over. I think what I would do, I would cultivate my versatility. I would cultivate the draftsmanship thing. I would make myself more versatile to be able to do any style. And then I would pick one and just hone in on that for a while, so that people know what they could expect from part of me. The one thing that I can do that attracts to the audience. And once I build a small fan base or a group of followers, I would then train those group of followers to understand that I'm more than a one-trick pony, that I could do more than just a one thing. One of the people that, and that was kind of the way it was before. I mean, like if you look at somebody like, and this is what these are the artists I keep bringing up. I kept on bringing up Alex Toth. I kept bringing up Wally Wood, and I kept on bringing up Frank Frazetta. And if you want somebody contemporary, Stuart Emmerman. And Jason Pearson. One of the things that all those guys have in common, if you look at Frank Frazetta, and I actually wrote a blog post about this, about his versatility. He could go from super cartoony cartoons to these really beautiful natural paintings, and he also did inking. And he also did pencil work, and he was insanely versatile. Same with Alex Toth, same with Wally Wood, same with Stuart Emmerman, same with Jason Pearson. Those guys are really good examples of very versatile artists who do have you do kind of know them for something. They have personal styles. You know it's their work, because no matter what you do, no matter what style you choose, it's your version of that style. So you can't hide exactly, absolutely, who you are. So, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you do pursue a personal style for a while, but just don't get stuck in it. Because once you build an audience, then you could educate them. You can condition them to know, to learn, to educate them into the more versatility, how much more versatile you are, so that they become fans of you as a whole artist rather than fans of your particular handwriting. Because anybody will and can copy that style. What they can't copy is your versatility and your draftsmanship and your skill level. They can copy the superficial, but they cannot copy the depth. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Style versus versatility. I think both of them have merits and both of them ought to be cultivated. Leave a message below. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.